This episode of Slash Cast is brought to you by Bluebeard's Original. So in other words,
just keep watching or I'll fucking kill you.
what's going on, horror fans? Welcome to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That is Nick. And before we get things started, for those looking to play Friday the 13th, the game with us, well, any game for that matter, but you know, Friday the 13th, it stands out. Across any platform in general, go to your community or club and search Slash Ncast fans. No apostrophe except for PS4 users. There's an apostrophe before the N there. That's Nick's fault.
That's my fault.
He wasn't consistent. But yeah, for when it comes to the game in general, people ask a lot what we're going to play the most on. Probably Xbox and PC. Sorry, PS4. We're going to do the best we can to get on there as much as possible, though.
Yeah. And next, the Friday the 13th the game Discord. Now, if you don't know, there's a Discord server where we talk about Friday the 13th the game and the movie franchise in general. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool people on there, including Ben and Wes, some developers of the game, and even cool YouTubers like Charmin Xsoft and Jason Takes Omegle. So yeah, come and join us. It really is a lot of fun.
Voice chatting in there too. And then cool things like, you know, Jen's story time and movie nights. A lot of fun, solid community, good place to go. It's good for wasting that time while we wait for their release date.
Yep.
But speaking of Friday the 13th, the game, we have a small but you know, important update, especially because it involves Chad.
Yeah.
Right. So a big thing during the beta was the Chad What face, right? We got that intro animation before the game starts where Jason comes up, kills the counselors, or kills a counselor, then everybody takes off, and that's how you spawn in the game in those random areas, right? But Chad always had a great reaction. Here it is. Here's Chad's reaction to when the counselor, he sees the counselor get killed. Now, they're working on these animations right now, and they continue to do work. But the current status is, this is the new Chad face, right? Now, as you see, clearly sharper details, a little more comic-like. So I'm not sure if they're going to intentionally, like, up the graphics, like, for the intro animation.
Yeah, it's just a 10-second cutscene.
Yeah, really. And but yeah, there's the new Chad What face. They're still doing some work on the lips. Wes mentioned that directly, that they're going to alter the lips some.
Yeah, the lips still look a little weird.
Yeah, but you know, I like it. It still makes me laugh.
Hashtag Chad What?
Chad What? W-U-T. What? But yeah, so they are still working on the Chad What face in that animation overall. So solid for the cutscene. Now let's go over servers, okay? So this seems to be clarified quite a bit here. So when you play and you just go into quick play for the multiplayer, you know, 7v1 multiplayer, you will join people within your region on servers, right? So if you're in the United States, you're going to quick play, you're going to be in a United States server. You won't be able to hit your European players and whatnot. That's for the sole purpose of making sure you don't lag all over the place.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, like, for example, games where that doesn't happen, Rocket League, while you can change what servers you go to, you can also, if you don't change it, you can connect anywhere in the world, and it leads to insane lag and just awful gameplay.
Yeah.
So, but also, if you make a party, okay, and you want to play with somebody outside, like for us, United States, we want to play with somebody in Europe, we invite them to our party, and we go into quick play. It's going to favor the party leader's server, right? So if I'm United States, I'm the party leader. We're going to go to a United States server. That person's bound to lag out or have a miserable time playing. So, yeah, it's just going to, you know, keep that in mind when you're trying to play people across the world. It's going to be a little bit different in private games. You have a chance of less lag there. But definitely in quick plays, if you're trying to play with someone else across the world, it could be tough because of servers. But, I mean, ultimately that's a good thing when you're doing, like, quick plays.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in and lag like crazy. So there's a lot of games where that's an issue. So it's nice that that's not for Friday 13th. I kept that in mind. Also dedicated servers in this game, too. So that's also a good thing when it comes to lag issues.
Yes.
Let's go and move on, huh? There's your Friday the 13th, the game news for the week. Scream, TV series. Now, we talked about this a couple times recently. And, you know, the casting has been an issue. We have no idea what's going on. Because what was going on, season 1 and 2, ratings, well, not so much the ratings were down, but the views in general were down. They were starting to push to the point they were going to lose some money. So, like, all right, we don't want to cancel the show. Let's go ahead and do a reboot. Let's reboot the show for season 3. Now we had no idea what that entailed, except for they were going for a quote less white approach. That's all we really got from that. So they're obviously looking for some more diversity and whatnot. Now while they're casting's underway, they're moving forward with casting, which means we finally got some character details revealed, which also means there's got to be some sort of story, right? So that means they already have it written out. But let's go over these characters one at a time. We got 5 of them. First, starting with Dion, okay? A Michael B. Jordan-esque football player, on track to score a college scholarship. That is until a mass killer uses Dion's darkest secrets against him, turning his life upside down and making him question his own sanity. I tell you what, reading that, who just saw 13 Reasons Why right there? Dude, like for real, I that might be the approach they're going with.
Yeah. So next up is Liv. Liv is Dion's cheerleader girlfriend, as beautiful as she is brilliant. She is also down to lend a helping hand where needed, though her good intentions often land her in hot water. Okay, going for more, cliches.
Yeah.
The football player has the cheerleader girlfriend. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, and then, while she's trying to be nice, she ends up doing just stupid things.
Yeah,
yeah, that sounds right. All right, next is Kim. Now, Kim is the rebellious one of the group, always willing to say what everyone is thinking. She's organized and protective, 2 qualities that will serve her well when a killer starts targeting her friends. Okay, so Velma. Is this a Scooby Gang we got
I
here?
was just about to say that. You took it out of my mouth. Well, next up is Beth. Beth is a little different from her fellow seniors, sporting a goth look and a morbid collection of interests. A walking encyclopedia of all things horror. She's compared to the Kraft's Fariza Bulk.
Why is she compared to the Crass Fariza Bulk? Why not Randy from Scream?
Yeah.
I mean, that's straight up like what I'm getting from that. So we're going with the female Randy here.
Yeah.
That's kind of odd. Yeah, kind of odd to me. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as that character's there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
All right, next, Jamal. And then there's Dion's stepbrother, Jamal. Despite hanging out with a rough crowd, he's got a big heart and an undying loyalty to Dion.
Undying.
Spoiler?
Nice words there, huh? It doesn't mean anything, but I'm just saying that's a nice wordplay,
He's killer. Focus on it. No. Now, okay, TV Line reports MTV is stressing diverse casting, okay? So this is, pretty clear. Now, with the characters of Dion and Jamal, both to be played by black actors. Now, actresses of diverse backgrounds are being considered for the roles of Liv and Kim. I mean, that's not a big deal, really. It's really not a big deal. But you come out with that quote, less white, and then, I don't know. It's once again, we're having like a lot of political, controversial like topics here.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I really don't want to be brought into this genre, into that slasher horror community. So, I don't know. I'm just hoping they don't push it too far to reach that demographic, that they ruin the show entirely.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know any plot details, story-wise, like, for all, if I could throw out the diversity, like characters, what they're going to be when it comes to like their race and, ethnicities, that's pretty much the descriptions for the cast we already have.
Yeah.
So it's like we're taking the same cast, like how they act, right? How their characters are, their personalities, but just throwing different races into them. I mean, unnecessary ultimately is what I'm seeing right now, but who knows where they're going story-wise. Who knows? At this point, there's no official release date, but currently planned for a 2018 airing.
I mean, we're going to check it out. I mean, regardless of race of the actors. People
it's like I'm not getting it's not that big of a deal to me. I just don't want them to only focus on that and just kind of throw plot aside, right? I want them to establish a good slasher film, okay, or slasher series, and not focus on hitting a certain demographic just for that sole reason,
right?
Like. Make something good, don't care who's in it. I really could care less as long as it's good.
Right.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our sponsor. Bluebeard's Original has been providing their original beard saver and helping men grow out and keep their beards for over 10 years now. It's a great beard oil alternative and the best product for dealing with that unbearable beard itch. For the established beard, just a dab rubbed through the facial hair. From root to tip, we'll manage the unmost unruly facial hair. Contains aloe vera to soothe and protect, and lime essential oils to help dissolve oils trapped by whiskers. Great for both your scruff and your skin. Not a balm, not an oil, but a leave-in conditioner that helps soothe new growth beard itch, condition and hydrate facial hair, and help control frizz and flyaway hairs. It's also a multiple award-winning product, including the Grooming Lounge Handsome Award. On top of their Beard Saver, Blue Beard's Original also offers washes, oils, and brushes, which the brush is incredible. If you have a big luscious beard, you got to get one of these brushes. It definitely helps that look. Anything to help, you keep a healthy and quality beard. If you're looking to grow that epic beard that makes those around you jealous, like Nick is of me, head on over to bluebeardsoriginal.com and get started today. Today's first killer question comes from user Horror Guy. He asks, "What's your least favorite horror movie?" Now, this is a loaded question. We knew that when taking it on. I don't know if I have like an exact answer. For some, like the one that popped in my head right away was Human Centipede 2. I hate that movie so much. Like I watch a lot of bad horror movies, and I'm a fan of bad horror movies. Okay, like I don't mind the B horror movie. Okay. That movie was just so unnecessarily stupid that I just couldn't buy in. And I know people like the over-the-top gore movies. Human Centipede 2, couldn't do it. I hated it. I like the first Human Centipede 2, so that tells you something. And Human Centipede 3 is terrible too, but the second one just stands out. I hate it so much.
So, if you watched our 2016 Horror-a-thon, you can click the video right there. You will know my least favorite. It is Seed of Chucky. That movie is the worst movie I have seen in my life. It is so bad. It is so bad. I give movies half stars. I did not give this a half star. I gave this a 0. This is just so bad. It's cringy. It's stupid.
You're probably hurting some fanboys right now.
I hate it.
And that's because you actually like Chucky. Like you like Child's Play. So like
yes, I love almost every single one. I love pretty much all the rest.
Yeah. Seed of Chucky, man.
Seed of Chucky, no. Stop it.
Yeah, and we'll be coming back to that a little bit later. But yeah, Seed of Chucky, I don't know if it's the worst horror movie of all time. But the thing is, it's this blockbuster movie, hit theaters, made a decent amount of money too, and it's just that bad. I feel you. All right.
Got me going.
Yeah, the review's pretty funny too. You should probably go watch it.
yeah, it's definitely linked above.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a loaded question. I don't know, I'm not saying Human Centipede, there's not worse movies out there. For example, there's definitely worse movies than Seed of Chucky, but those are the ones that stand out that just hurt us. They just hurt us, man. All right, let's move into our next question here. That comes from Hangin' There, a buddy from Hangin' There from Discord. All right, if you could create your own slasher film with an original killer, what would that killer be like? Well, you see this right here, Hangin' There? Yeah, we're on the verge. Speaking of which, Jason, if you're watching, we'll be in contact soon. So I really don't want to talk about this at all. Actually, I will. Here, I'll give some hints here. If we were to move into a slasher film, we would go old school. All right, especially slashers old school in general. I mean, slasher this generation is pretty much dead. We'd go fairly old school, hitting some 80s vibes, and we'd also want to make sure there's something that relies on suspense. Okay, including something like The Thing, right, where you had to kind of guess. So yeah. We're kind of going in that direction.
Yeah, and this script that we have brought before us, it seems to be hitting those.
Yeah, definitely. It kills the 80s vibe, nails it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to move on with a slasher film. It's got to be something that actually expands on strong story while still having the vibes that we love and know. So I'll let you just sit there and think about that one. All right, Everything Movie has our next question, which is, what else is ahead of your new CSI show? If you did not know, we have a new show called CSI, which stands for Conspiracy Speculations and Ideologies. It airs every Wednesday from here on out, so definitely should go check it out. So last week we covered the JFK assassination. We're moving ahead this week. Do I spoil it? Nick, do I spoil it?
No, don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it.
You have to watch on Wednesday.
Yeah, so if you're watching this past Wednesday, there's a link right there. So yeah, we we love conspiracies. The reason we started the show is because we always end up geeking out over the dumbest stuff. Like I tell you things that stand out to us. The butterfly effect stands out to us. Like just the idea, like what would happen if we went and changed this? What would happen if we stopped this person from dying, or this person did die, or just little things like that. Like what would happen?
And with the butterfly effect is just time travel in general.
Right? Yeah. Has it happened? Is it possible? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, there's a ton of theories. I'll throw out some right now. I mean, let's talk. Paul McCartney being dead in the Beatles, right? Oh, geez, I don't know. The Mandela effect is super interesting. I mean, you could hit some of the huge ones too, like we do with JFK. But I mean, stuff like 9/11.
Even like the Sandy Hook shooting, maybe any other events that may have been staged by the government, stuff like that.
Yeah, we're gonna try getting a ton in. And what's cool, we add that fact or fiction thing at the end. So there's definitely some that we're going to go over that we think are total bullshit.
We're not conspiracy nuts or anything.
Yeah,
like
so,
we just like, talking about it.
Yeah, we love that discussion, and we do it all the time without recording. Why not toss a show in there for us? That's why we're doing CSI, and we're hoping people enjoy it, and let us know. Let us know what you think. If we keep it going, and we need some love back.
Yeah,
this is
our pilot season. You need to know if you like it.
Yeah, otherwise it's not really worth the money or the time to do it. All right. So if you want to be featured on Slashcast, head on over to Twitter. Use #/NCast with any horror themed question. It doesn't matter what it is. Ask away, and for the chance to be featured on the show. We like answering your questions. Also, if you're on the Discord, we answer questions right away there, so you can do that anytime you want to. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of news, which is Puppet Master. We haven't talked about Puppet Master in quite a while, but on Saturday, we got our first look at not one, but 3 new puppets from Cinestate's Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich, a reboot of Full Moon and Charles Band's classic horror franchise. Now, this is over at Texas Frightmare, which we were gonna go to. We had the tickets like in the cart ready to go. Time issues,
college finals kind of crept up on us.
That's what the worst part about Texas Frightmare, lands right during finals every year. I mean, I went last year though, a lot of fun. Probably one of the best conventions in the country.
100%.
Yeah, so definitely, if you're in Texas, if you're not going to that, you need to go to it. But the team behind the new film showed off their newly redesigned versions of iconic Puppet Master villains, Blade and Tunneler, as well as a first look at a brand new puppet that looks like a mix between a frog and a clown. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell. This is literally the best angle we have at it. But the puppets were redesigned and created by Tate Steinsnick, who was involved in Face Off, who promises lots of gore and lots of practical effects. That is the best thing in here.
Yeah.
The pictures are one thing, cool, but practical effects in this film are key to me. Let's not go into a CGI dumb mess, please.
Yeah. So just a synopsis for anyone who doesn't know about The Littlest Reich. The first and foremost being that The Littlest Reich is a parallel universe to the original Puppet Master films. Okay. We learn that it is a darker and more serious tone than the originals, but with some lighter sides to it. First word on the effects reveals that it's 100% practical, other than rod wire removal. Everything you will see actually happened on set. There were many as 18 puppets used for the film, with some of the puppets having various versions, animatronic and rod controlled.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Keep that in mind for a movie like this too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's puppets. They're small little things that they have to be made and controlled. That's something that's fairly simplistic within CGI, and they decided not to take that step, and I couldn't be any happier.
Yeah,
so cool. Now the cast includes Udo Kier, Thomas Lennon from Hell Baby, Jenny Pellicer, Nelson Franklin, who's in Scott Pilgrim and Jobs, Charlene Yee from Cloverfield, and Alex Be with John our favorite Barbara Crampton, of course, is in there. Now Tina Parker as well, Skeeta Jenkins, and the great Michael Perry. So a lot of options. A lot of big cast members in there, actually. It's cool, really cool that Barbara Crampton's making an appearance, and Tina Parker's a really cool one, too.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, Tina Parker is in Breaking Bad and The Final Destination. So, yeah, fairly decent names in here. So, a lot of good things. A lot of good things. Looking good for Puppet Master. I was nervous when this was first announced, but the fact that they're, the practical effects, the cast they put together, and honestly, based on responses after that panel that they had at Texas Frightmare, these guys are super excited about the film.
Yeah.
So really cool that it's moving forward, and it's looking good. Hitting big horror fans in general, intentionally targeting that demographic in general, the old school horror fans. So keep that in mind, Puppet Master fans out there. Definitely worth checking out. So we've had a fairly positive episode so far. We have a great sponsor. We've had some great topics. But, it's that point of the day where we have to let everybody down. And that is because we have some slightly upsetting news when it comes to Cult of Chucky. Not so much news, but speculation. There was an article that came out in Horror Domain. Okay, now this was sent to us with this idea that perhaps Glenn/Glenda may be appearing in Cult of Chucky. And now, as you heard earlier, if you were listening to Killer Questions, Nick absolutely hates Seed of Chucky. But Don Mancini went to his Twitter and on May 1st posted this image. Okay? This is a still from Seed of Chucky where Glenn is going through that becoming Glenda process, right? People jumping to speculations like, oh, is Glenn/Glenda going to be in Cult of Chucky? No way. I'm super excited. Can't wait. Yeah.
Now, I watched this movie, and I hate it. I really hate it. I will not watch it again to confirm that this was a scene from Seed of Chucky. But at the end of Seed of Chucky, he was a human.
Right.
Glenn. And
/Glenda.
/Glenda, I guess. Was a human. And so was Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, right. So this would mean, that's another thing that was weird to me. People were kind of jumping, just thinking that this is a still from Cult of Chucky, right? That's not the case. This is from Seed of Chucky. And this would mean, I don't really know. It doesn't mean anything. He posted a picture. Sure. The fact that there's no caption is a little alarming, since that's usually what is the leak. Like when people leak things, we get the 13 Reasons Why just had that leak for season 2.
Yeah, no caption, just the video.
Right. So that's usually like how things come out. So, he's trying to push speculation, it seems to me.
Maybe it was just, picture of the month.
Here's Glenn/Glenda. I don't know. But the official Chucky Twitter also posted an image in February of this, the family that slays together. This was a while ago. I don't really understand why this is in that article that I was talking about in Horror Domain.
February, I believe.
I don't really understand why this wasn't necessary at all. This just seems like a random picture that was posted to the Chucky Twitter, and then this picture that Don Mancini posted is interesting. The fact that Glenn, obviously when you look at Curse of Chucky, right, and we see that she's human, okay, that would mean that they're going off the story in Seed of Chucky where she becomes human again, because obviously that didn't happen in Bride of Chucky. So, I mean, obviously Glenn's in there somewhere if they're pushing that storyline. I don't know what... I don't think he's necessary, especially within the plot lines we've gotten so far, and including Alex Vincent, of course. So, I don't see any benefit coming from it.
Absolutely
Can't he just be at home with a babysitter? Can we just leave it that way? You can mention him. I'll give you that free pass. You can mention him. Oh, where's Glenda? Or,
where's that child of mine?
where's
that child of mine? I don't know. Oh, okay.
Left him at home with the babysitter. Okay, done. There's your reference. Easter egg.
Or just pretend like he doesn't exist, please.
Yeah, that might be the best way to go.
Yeah.
I just I feel like they have to agree at somewhere that Seed of Chucky's a bit of a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So I see no benefit of bringing him into that mix. So please keep Glenn/Glenda off to the side. Let's stick with the story we had in Curse of Chucky, just the two of them. Have Alex Vincent come back. Just have happiness. Just none of this. Don't make me hate your movie. Don't make me hate Cult of Chucky.
I might have, if I see Glenn/Glenda, I'll leave the theater.
Yeah, when that official reveal happens, we're never gonna.
No.
Okay,
you think I'm joking? You think I'm joking? I'm not.
He's really not.
I hate that movie.
Yeah. So. Some alarming news when it comes to Cult of Chucky.
Let's just hope that this was a poorly constructed article.
That's what I think. It's really jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
It's literally just a picture. by the guy that directed the franchise.
Yeah.
He posted a picture from his franchise. I don't know. I think it's, it still should be in the air. I just can't see him making that mistake twice in the same franchise.
Yeah.
Let's hope. What do you think, though? There's a lot of people that like Glenn and wouldn't mind seeing him/her in the future in Cult of Chucky. Yeah. Let us know what you think. We absolutely hate that idea. Please don't make it happen. But let us know what you think. Welcome to opinions. Totally okay with that. You're welcome to have your opinion.
Yeah.
With that's going to be a wrap on Slash and Cast today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Editor, roll that outro. Hey, you. Thanks for watching this episode of Slash and Cast. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and click that box right down there to check out last week's episode.
Also, if you want to check out the film the fans are calling the best fan film of all time, make sure you click that box right down there to check out our Friday the 13th fan film.
While you're at it, click that circle right there to subscribe to our channel. Never miss a video again.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.